Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Truly grateful. So many channels you could be watching. You're watching, man. You know, when I woke up, something crossed my mind. And that's usually what I talk about on my vlogs. You know, sex almost ruined my life over here in the Philippines. It almost stopped my retirement before it even got started. And because I have a real life channel, and mostly grown people watch my channel, I just want to say the sex isn't nasty. It's just as natural as breathing. But maybe this will help somebody. You know, there's a saying that everything tastes good when you're hungry. And my sexual appetite was similar to my food appetite. I'll just say it like that. And even though I was married for 18 years before I ever came to the Philippines, the last 2 years was a sexless marriage. We very seldom had it. We wasn't enjoying it. So when I came over here, I was hungry. And everything looked good. You know, a lot of times I overeat. My eyes are hungrier than my stomach. Sometimes I eat, I'm not even hungry. It was the same with sex. I don't care how much the young lady would give me, because she would never say no. It just seemed like it wasn't enough. I want sex even if I wasn't horny. And so I just want to talk about that today. I almost ruined my life. As a result of that, I've got 3 beautiful children, 3 beautiful Philam children over here, all under 18. I'm 59, fast approaching 60. And I just want to help somebody over here. The young ladies that I dealt with, they seem to think, now I'm not putting it on the ladies, I'm putting it on me. They seem to think that all I wanted was sex, when in fact, I was really just lonely, for real. I just had to get that under wraps, literally. And it's a hard thing to do, pun intended, before I could get on with my life over here. You know, when a woman never says no to you, man, it's just kind of hard. And when it's just there whenever you want it, it makes it difficult for somebody like me when I came over here. So now, you know, I've got 3 baby mamas, and even though I don't have baby mama drama, it's just like something that, really, if I could turn back the clock, man, I wouldn't have had any children over here. I don't regret it, but I'm just saying that I wouldn't. You know, here I am, I'm approaching 60, I'm approaching retirement age. Hell, I got a 2-year-old daughter that I love to death. But it's just something that I had to get under wraps, guys, and I just want to talk to you about it. The Philippines is a lot more, there's a lot more to do over here than have sex. There's more to this place than the women. And I know I sound like a broken record, and I say that all the time, but I say that from experience. I found myself, man, I was having sex all kinds of ways. 3, 4, 5 times a day. And it got to the point where it was hard for me to tell when my mind was playing tricks on me, or when Mother Nature was truly calling. So what I do now is, I'm basically on a schedule. You know, I don't eat unless I'm hungry. I'll wait for Mother Nature to tell me the right time. Now, I know, you know, when you come over here, you see all these young, beautiful women. A lot of them are willing. So you're going to have a little control. And me and Marilyn go back and forth because, you know, it's not in her culture for her to make the first move. So I've got to make the first move. I've got to be the aggressor. And here's where the problems start, because very seldom are you and your mate in the mood at the same time. So I just kind of I'm just on a schedule, you know, and she's willing to work with that. And it's really worked out best for us because my performance is a lot better. Remember, I only eat when I'm hungry now. I know a little bit better when my mind's playing tricks on me and whether Mother Nature is calling. But yeah, sex almost ruined my life, man, because it was just a free fall when I got over here, man. I overextended myself. Whether they call it, I had to go to the doctor over here. I was exerting myself. What do they call it when you do that? There's a term for it. Now, I'll come back to it because it's very important. But yeah, I just thought I'd have this talk today about sex, man. You know, if you're young and, you know, you come over here, you're just coming over here on vacation, man, I'm going to say, man, be careful, because there's a lot of young women over here. They have babies by foreigners. I was on Sapaway Island the other day, and it shocked. We were island hopping, and we saw what we thought was a little white boy, but he was Filipino. He was Phil-Am, but he was full Filipino, just like my son Cooley was full Filipino. He was born and raised in the Philippines, spoke Bisaya, very little English. It was just his appearance that made him look white. And you see that a lot. And the father's nowhere in the picture. And remember, I don't care if you're the most responsible father, like I think I am. I can't be 3 places at one time. All my children need me. I just, my dream is to have them all in one house at some point. That's one of the reasons I built that house. I built it for Booby, but I made sure Marilyn knew that if my children are ever over here and they need a place to stay, Gabriel and Cooley, that they're welcome in that house. But yeah, I can't be 3 places at one time, and it's not fair to the children. So getting control of my sexual appetite, man, I had to put myself on a diet, basically. You know, I can go all kinds of ways with this when it compares with eating. What they call that when you don't eat until 12 o'clock? You got that 16 hours not eating, and then 8 hours you can eat at whatever you want. See, I do that now. I do that now with my sex life. But I only eat when I'm hungry over here. And when you first get over here, you're going to see that, man, your appetite, even if you haven't had sex in a long time over there, and you think, oh, I've got control, you're going to lose it over here. Because we can do anything when people are watching. You know, if you don't have any choice, there's a difference between discipline and self-discipline. You can go to work every day when the boss has his foot on your neck. But what about when you have to work remotely and then you're in control of your schedule and everything? It's just a big difference. And same thing with sex. When it's just laying there, just, waiting for you, are you going to be able to practice self-discipline? I hope you are. Otherwise, you're going to end up like me. I don't have regrets, but I think I need to talk about this. Because I did. I was like, it's like a jackrabbit, man. I just couldn't get enough. And before you know it, I had 3 children over here. Believe it or not, I met my son's mother January of 2010. Our son was born November 2010, man. It's too fast, man. Don't do that, man. But yeah, let's talk about how sex almost ruined my life over here, man. I've got 3 beautiful kids. They're talented. They're smart, man. All of them are just extremely, extremely intelligent. And I see myself in all of them, but I just can't be 3 places at one time. And so 2 of the women lost out. And I don't know how they feel for real. But I know that they had given me their all. They had put their trust in me. They were dealing with me as if we were going to be together for all times. And I know, don't put in my comments, relationships aren't guaranteed. I already did a vlog on that. You know, there's another side over here, guys, besides ours. Sometimes we got to think about the women we're dealing with over here. They're not just a piece of trash, man, that you use and throw away. Yeah, man, you know, everything looks good and everything tastes good when you're hungry. And man, that's what almost ruined my life, man. I was having sex with 3, 4, 5 women in a week. And even though it wasn't, I'm going to tell you something, I'm not a sex addict. It wasn't an addiction. It was simply that it was there and I could do it. I had access to it. Look, man, all you got to do is go back on my videos way back before I was Sunshine Shoulders, when I was just making videos as a traveler. Look in my, one of my first videos I ever made, I'm with my son's mother, man. She's beautiful. She's sexy. She was everything I ever wanted in a woman, man. But it didn't matter. She thought I was crazy. Like, why are you still fooling with these women out here? Because I could. Yeah, I was hungry. But thankfully, I've gotten that under control to the best of my ability. And I'm still a man. I'm still able. And, you know, I've got an understanding partner now. And we go back and forth on that because very seldom are we in the mood at the same time. But before I really start living my best life over here, I had to get control of my sexual appetite. So I put myself on a schedule, and that's what I'm on a schedule. And I'm on a schedule right now. So thank you so much for stopping by. You know, I got a real life channel, man. I want to talk about things that's really going to affect you over here. And if you're a man over here and you come over here and you start having relationships with women, you know, sex is going to be part of that equation. And she's going to give it. She's never going to say no. She's going to give it to you however you want it, whenever you want it. She's not going to pressure you to put on a rubber or anything like that. That's something you're going to have to do. Have plans other than coming over here having sex. Otherwise, that's all you're going to do. I found myself doing 3 things more than I was doing anything else. Eating, sleeping, and having sex. Man, that's no life over here. Look at this place. See, I'm in Siquijor right now, but when I post this, I'm already in Dumaguete. But it's just something that came across my mind I wanted to talk about because it affects a lot of people, but we don't want to talk about this stuff. We want to hide it. We think that people don't know. No, they know. The women just seem to think that sex was what I wanted, when it really wasn't, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, I was really just lonely. I really just needed some companionship. A lot of times my eyes were hungrier than my stomach, so to speak. A lot of times I didn't even want sex, but it was just right there. So some things that I do now, like I said, I put myself on a schedule. I do that intermittent fasting when it comes to sex. I get out more often. See, because I'm not going to have sex out in public. I get involved in a whole lot more activities, things to keep my mind off of it. You know, I don't abstain from it, really. I just, because I'm not fixing anything when I do that. But that is a beginning. So thank you so much for stopping by today. If you're in America, by the time I upload this, it's going to be getting late. And I hope you're helping somebody before you lay your head on that pillow. At some point in our lives, we all need help. Now, I'm not preaching, just facts. And the more people you help, the more help's going to come to you, man. I keep telling y'all that. It's a universal law. It cannot not happen. It's the reason I'm here today. When I started my channel, I was giving away 1,000 pesos out of my savings every Friday. And my wife said, you're going to go bankrupt. You can't do that over here. She knew nothing about the law of compensation. So if you see somebody out there in the street or wherever you see them, they're struggling, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. If you're in the Philippines, we got the whole rest of the day to find somebody to help over here. Now the day goes by that I don't help somebody, because I'll never forget when the Filipino man came to my rescue. My son was born 2 months premature, in the hospital 18 days, 16 days in a World War II incubator. His mother was in the hospital for 1 week. I get the bill, it's $350,000. I didn't have $350,000. I think I had $300,000. The man gave me $50,000. He gave it to me. He didn't say, oh, I'm loaning this to you. He gave it to me. Of course I paid him back. But I'll never forget that. And it endured me to the Filipino people forever. I couldn't get it from my friends. I couldn't get it from my family. But here the guy was, basically a stranger, really, even though we had some connections. He said, here, I've got it. Get your son and your wife out of that hospital. Because every day they stayed in there, the bill went up. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time.